HR exec Reese Alexander with the Sassy Suit is back, and we are talking about romance in the workplace. You know, my dad is always talking about the reason there are so many single people out there is because they're not dating in the workplace. How true is that?
Well, they are dating in the workplace.
He just doesn't know about it, huh?
Exactly. You know, and it's true. It does happen. A lot of people have found their spouse and they're still married 20, 30 years later in the workplace. But it can be very tricky.
Well, what are some of the things that, you know, what are some of the risks of dating in the workplace?
Right. Well, first of all, one, if the relationship goes sour. A lot of companies do have non-fraternization policies. Hope I said that right.
We get it.
And that's basically, you know, they want to avoid any sexual harassment, issues with, you know, favoritism and so forth. So, you know, it does happen, but, you know, I would say tread with caution on that.
And is it a little bit more okay if it's, you know, kind of a lateral colleague versus if it's someone, you know, higher or lower than you? Is that where, you know, you really should maybe avoid it?
Well, I think overall, you know, companies really don't like it overall, especially at the senior levels, because, you know, you would think that people are more mature at the senior levels, but not always.
No, we've heard plenty of stories out there.
Exactly. And one of the things is that, you know, it may be fine in the beginning, but, you know, if you're 20-something, you're 18, 19-year-old, whatever, what if that relationship goes sour? Then you have to see that person every single day. And then what if they start dating someone else in the company? I mean, you are creating drama, and I think that your workplace should try and be drama-free.
There's enough other places to get drama at the work.
There are enough issues, things that you have to deal with in the workplace. Why bring dating in the workplace, you know, where you spend a lot of time at? Why go there?
Yeah, but if you're gonna, you know, you see that special someone, should you know, it's hard in relationships, you're, you know, in the honeymoon phase and all of that, but if you're gonna date a coworker, should you really start talking about breakup from the get-go and like kind of plan that out and what that would look like if it ends up going that way?
Well, you have to consider that because it could happen. I mean, there's certainly no guarantees in relationships whatsoever, but you should think about, you know, what if this goes bad? And it doesn't necessarily have to be you. You can only control your behavior. What about the other person? Suppose they, you know, wig out for whatever reason. You just have to be very cautious about dating. And my rule of thumb is, you know, don't fish on the company pier.
Nope, there you go.
That's my take on it.
That's a good one. Well, what if you're already in a relationship? I was working at a company where, you know, the two people were dating. I never knew it the whole time. How do you let other people eventually know if you know it's serious? Because that can be difficult with your coworkers as well.
Exactly, and your manager. If you try and keep it as discreet as possible, if it does happen, because you don't want it to stand in the way of your position and, you know, opportunities within the company, because oftentimes you'll see sometimes coworkers when they start dating, I mean, there's signals, and, you know, being in HR, I'm very intuitive, and you'll notice patterns of people that the things that they didn't used to do that now they're doing. They're visiting X, Y, and Z department.
They sure get coffee at 4 o'clock a lot.
Or why is this person always in my department? And I've had situations where, you know, an employee was dating someone in the company, and what happened is that they started to spend more time in the other department, where the hiring manager called their manager to say, you know, what,
you need
is this
to not
person
be here.
Right, is this person on my payroll or what? You know, then you're bringing attention
Keep
to yourself.
it outside.
Exactly.
You go on your dates after work, not during the work day.
Exactly.
Well, thanks so much for that, Reese. And if you want more information about dating in the workplace, you can go to reesealexander.net.